Joe Parra, here with, we already said, Isaac Paris.
It's a nice room.
What are you drinking on?
Drinking some ginger ale.
Ginger ale? What is the brand or company?
Wiley's. I just picked it up at Sunrise. It wasn't at Sunrise, though. It was at...
Kiva?
No. It's near Off the Waffle.
I know what you're talking about.
Tsunami Books.
We gotta play that sound one more time then.
Oh.
We gotta.
Forgot the name of the place. I was trying to think of... I thought of Cornucopia, but that can't be it.
There it is.
What's the name of that place? Alibi.
I know, right? It was, because I know what it's called too. Yes, but anyways, we'll get back to that.
I went in there to put up a flyer, and I went to Tidal Wave.
Yeah.
Tsunami?
Yeah.
Tsunami.
Yeah.
To put up flyers for my comedy show.
Nice.
So I'll explain that I went to Toronto last year for North by Northeast. Lots of bands come, artists and comedians, and I hardly saw any music or art. I just went to comedy events all day.
Yeah.
And met David Hetty. I also met Stephen Spinola and Claire Brousseau, and performed on sets alongside puppeteers and like silly songwriters. And had some fun there. But David Hetty wrote to me and said, "Hey, can you find me a show in Eugene after his shows in LA?" And I said, "Sure."
He said, "Come on down."
I imagine he's going to go up to Seattle or Portland after Eugene.
Nice.
And the Double Clicks I saw at a vaudeville show in Portland. And I just went up to him and said, "You guys should come to Eugene sometime." And they said, "Sure." Now, the Double Clicks, they just raised, maybe they don't want me bragging for them, but they just raised $75,000.
We gotta give
on a
hand claps
Kickstarter campaign.
We gotta get hand claps to the Double Clicks.
To get some money to fund a third album and make an animated music video. You gotta pay animators.
Okay.
Properly. You can't just ask them to work for free, right?
Right. You can't.
No.
It's just like
lots of artists you ask to work for free, but you can't do that to animators.
Right. Speaking of artists, I hear you like to draw.
Mm-hmm.
You like to do so. You did something for me last time. I don't know if you have anything ideas. This time I have colored pencils.
Fun.
If you want to look through, I don't know. And piece of paper here.
Oh, you want me to draw something now?
If you want, you can. Whatever. You don't have to draw me. You can draw anything else.
Okay.
That you wish.
What should I draw? Bob Marley.
You can draw Bob Marley. While you're getting to that, I'm gonna get to some questions here.
You're going to ask me all the questions that you were going to ask?
Yes, last time.
Joshua Isaac Finch?
Yep. Yep. I'm going to ask all his questions to
exactly.
you. No, so...
I started Exiled in Eugene about 4 years ago.
Right, there you go. So what is a zine? So where are you from?
I'm from Fairbanks, Alaska.
Yeah?
Small town in the interior of Alaska. Us Alaskans, we make a hand to show where we live. So Juneau people point down here, down in the leg pit. Anchorage points right at the crotch, and Fairbanks sits in the middle.
There you go.
This is the Aleutian Islands, of course. Nome's over here, and Prudhoe Bay is up here.
So like this, huh?
Yeah, right in the middle. That's Fairbanks. And so to drive down to Canada, down to Seattle, you got to go this way, east. And then down the Alcan for 4 days. And they say it's as far as New York to LA to drive from Fairbanks to Portland.
Interesting. What will you be doing the whole time?
Oh, I listened to books on tape from Haruki Murakami.
Really? Who's that?
He is a Japanese author who is a kind of magical realist. Mm-hmm. I believe he's got a big following in America because he's so unique, interesting, unique, funny. Like, writes about unique details. I sort of start to feel Japanese, like I'm in the Japanese mindset after I read so many books from him. Mm-hmm. And one time, I loaded 2 books on tape from him at the same time onto my zip drive, and then plugged it into my car stereo. And I'm going driving, and it like plays chapter 1 of a book, right?
Right.
And then the next chapter is chapter 1 of a different book. Whoa, that's trippy, right? You listen to 2 books on tape, alternating chapters.
Yeah.
But I just went with it and kept listening. And then the books sort of like had parallels, things that were happening at the same time as in each other, gave me new insights. And the climaxes kind of occurred at the same time.
It's funny that you brought that up, actually, because I was listening to The Watchmen, the live action comic. They have it on audiobook.
Oh.
And I had World War Z, and they did the same thing.
Oh, really?
It did the first like chapter of World War Z, and the next thing you know, it went straight into The Watchmen, and they were both as exciting. Yeah. And then it went to the second chapter of World War Z after that, and I'm like,
well, I was thinking no one else had been through this experience.
No.
But of course they have.
It's like, of course not. I need some water.
So, does World War Z have a bunch of different voices reading all the parts, all the different characters?
So far it's just one guy.
Yeah, but World War Z's told from all these different perspectives.
Right,
yeah.
right. As of right now, I just got into it.
Does he pretend to be different people? Does he like take on different voices?
Yeah, I guess they kind of do the Batman thingy, or I guess if for comics they say like one guy would do like 5 voices or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, the readers do different voices when they're reading the Murakami too. And the male voice will be a female character sometimes. And in one part, he's playing like a teenage girl who's spacey. And he takes on kind of like a mix between a Valley Girl, California, and like Southern, like South Carolina, Texas accent for her.
Okay.
As if to say like, this is the equivalent in Japan. Like, we would look down on a person with an accent like this in the way you would, being an American. But I don't know if it was, like, the audio director's choice to tell him to do that or what.
So you sound really high-pitched or something?
Yeah, she sounds a little like, spacey and kind of dumb and, a little bit Southern.
Like that. like, whenever they ask her something like, hey, I don't do nothing like that. Like, just like, but I do tweet. Speaking of tweet,
that was in the book, The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle.
Right?
And the character calls him Mr. Wind-Up Bird. Oh, Mr. Wind-Up Bird. Oh, nice.
Gail MacFun.
Uh-huh.
He says, trust me, I'll never forget you.
Whoa. And just take that as a conversation starter?
It's like, okay, now, as soon as someone says that, then I'll let them pick me up from school, work, whatnot. I could trust them, I think, if someone just came out like that. Like, if someone was going to say, murder you, and they were like, trust me, you want me to do the murdering.
Yeah, I could see that phrase being either from a person who you're sweet on and who's very special to you, or someone who is like writing you off saying like, you're such an idiot.
Right.
I'll never forget you. It could be a really condescending, mean thing to say. There's nothing in between. It's
I get what you're saying, yeah.
It's kind of like Hamlet. Like, you can never hate something unless you loved it.
Right? That's what I always say. Always go.
Hamlet didn't say that.
I always go, if you love something, if you truly love something, you would try to kill it twice or something, right? Like, you tried to kill it at least once if you love something. So this one is, this is a nice little one. Claude Turston, I guess, Treaston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Claude Treaston or something says, worry less, smile more.
So these aren't necessarily comedians. They're like Zen, Cohen advice givers. It's nice to follow some people who aren't sarcastic and hate everything.
And it's like, is I'm jumping on this and I'm like, wow, these are really nice people that I have following.
Yeah. Well, I saw Ashley Hope on there.
Yeah, Ashley Hope. She's a local comedian.
Yeah, did she say something funny?
When life gives you lemons, you get back on that horse and don't look it in the mouth.
Oh, that's kind of a Dundrearyism. That's when you mash together two cliches.
When life hands you lemons.
Like, let's not throw the
Don't.
gift horse out with the bathwater. When you take a idiom and another idiom and you smash them together.
Yeah. It was like when I figured out like you can't find a synonym for round objects. Apparently, I guess.
Spheres?
Well, and that's why I was like,
Balls?
yeah, I was like,
Potatoes?
but that's like, yeah,
Lemons?
like how. That's why you should never trust the internet, because the internet told me that there's no such thing for synonyms for round things.
There's no synonyms.
And I was like,
synonyms.
yeah. Yeah, like if you do the @ symbol and then the person, I guess they get your they get the tweet. But
Oh, really?
It's, I guess if you hashtag something, it just means like anything relative that you're hashtagging, everything will have that tweet, I guess. I was like,
Or yeah, if you hashtag Superman dies, then if someone else searches for Superman dies, they'll bring up your message and Terry Giles' message and Patton Oswalt's message.
right.
When you're all talking about this trending thing. some comedian said like, what does a comedian say when he's orgasming? I'm trending. Seth told me that, but it's someone else's. I was like, what's the joke? Is that joke there like being popular is more important than an orgasm, or what's the joke there? I want to know.
There is no jokes about orgasms. There isn't.
They're myths.
They are.
No one actually has them. It's a myth.
It's funny how
Many people believe that people have orgasms, but they don't actually.
I actually, it's weird though. Actually, say that it's like getting a euphoric feeling though for something. Like if you ever like say if you've never been to Six Flags and that was your thing, and you're like, oh my god, you know, I think your brain is just coming all over, because right, that would be a way. It's like, oh my god, I got the perfect Christmas gift. Like this is the best. I don't want anything else. That's coming's like the same thing, in a way. It's like when it happens, you're just like, I want it to keep happening.
Yeah. I have a joke about that, and it says, when I was a kid, I loved Christmas, and like a coke addict, I burned out all my endorphin receptors for Christmas. You know, it's like I was crazy for Christmas, and I look forward to it for like weeks and weeks. What's wrong with Isaac? People would say, oh, he can't sleep because he's excited about Christmas. It's just 7 weeks away. So you understand, you know, he's going pretty crazy now.
Mm-hmm.
In 3 or 4 weeks, he'll be bouncing off the walls. So now it's a shame that nothing excites me as much as Christmas did when I was a kid.
Right.
Except sex. Sex would potentially, the idea of possibly having sex would excite me as much as Christmas. It's just a shame that Christmas has come so much more frequently now than opportunities to.
And that's the thing. Like you said, if Christmas happened every day, as much as say sex did or something, then yeah, it would be meaningful, right? When Christmas came along, you'd be like, hey, hell yes. But no, it happens once a year.
Mm-hmm.
So if sex happened once a year, yeah, you'd be like, what the hell is Christmas?
I saw a Donald Duck and Huey, Dewey, and Louie cartoon where the kids wished that Christmas would come every day, and it came true. It turned out to not be the best thing.
Kind of like a Groundhog Day
Kind of
thing?
like Groundhog Day, yeah. Like the Disney version of Groundhog Day.
So they would get like the awesome present, and then the next day it'd be a different thing?
No, they got the same thing, so they were like less and less excited.
Oh my god.
And the
okay.
the aunt comes over to like, oh, I love you, hug me, kiss me, and they're like, no, you, yuck. And then after like 20 Christmases, they're so bored of it, and they realize, oh, we should be polite and not be like selfish little assholes. So then instead of like running away from the aunt, they give her hugs and kisses and they say thank you and they don't eat their food too rude at dinner and they sing carols with Uncle Scrooge because that's what he wants.
Right.
It was a sweet story. It was good. It's on Netflix. If you're ever just like jonesing for some happy Christmas time cartoon, even in the month of March.
My thing would have to be like the candy, like that. I don't care about the toys and the presents or whatnot. If every day I can just go and open my stocking and find like a pound of Reese's.
Ooh, yum, yeah. I can eat lots of candy.
Like good candy though. It can't be like just random candy and it's just
there's some
it's
badass.
candy.
There's some horrible candy out there.
Right. What's your favorite?
But I would just say I pass on. But there's some fancy, nice chocolates out there. Gosh, man,
Ghirardelli?
Eugene. Oh, my favorite is those Lindt truffles. There's
God.
A sphere. It's like a little Death Star of chocolate. And got like a creamier fudge version of itself inside.
It is like the Death Star of chocolate.
Those are good.
When you fire when ready, you don't know when you're ready when it's gonna fire because that little like melty little center of those little indoor truffles. Oh man.
Is it true that the semen of black men tastes like chocolate?
Someone told me that it was like no. The girl actually came up to me years ago. She was like, "Does it? I heard it's like chocolate milk."
That's when you just gotta be confident and say.
And, well,
yeah.
And I told her, I was like,
serving tonight?
Exactly. I told her, I was like, well, if that's true, I was like, I do drink Nesquik, so I don't. So what do you do in Eugene other than say comedy? Do you music or anything like that?
I go to school. I'm a grad student in the field of education, so I am working in a local school. And learning from a mentor, and going to 6 classes, and doing lots of homework every night. Yeah, kicking ass and taking names, basically.
Right. And then I have to give a...
I also volunteer at a homeless youth shelter.
I don't know why I gave you that.
And I'm always mourning the death of my cat. I'm perpetually...
Right.
Getting new cats and then killing them through neglect, and then mourning, and then I'm... Can't sleep at night because I'm crying, so I get a new cat. I was waiting for the sound effect, That's not true.
No. But you say you're becoming a teacher, or you're learning that, and that's really good. How do you feel about the civic stadium thing and the homeless people wanting to house? I guess They say they want to take Civic Stadium and turn it into a shelter area, I guess you want to say. But if they do that, they're going to take money away from the schools.
Yeah, well, see, I had this proposal, and it was really unpopular. And it was to make a Six Flags and put it there. And my plan was, let's make a homeless-themed Six Flags, where there's, like, rides you go on that gives you the experience of being homeless. That was my plan. And you just wait in lines for like long time to get a little coupon, and then you get some like crappy government cheese and some stale crackers. It's like homelessness, the ride.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, but it didn't fly.
And instead of like dunking a homeless person, it's like a shower, type thing, and. So it's like get.
Oh my God!
Yep.
A warm meal. It's better than Christmas,
right? And
oh my God! A place to sleep tonight. That's better than sex.
Yep. And the I think like the prizes should be in a sense of like you said, giving people the homeless effect. Be like, here's your prize is Mad Dog or
here's some
Steel 211.
Mad Dog 2020 and Ghost Train.
Night Train.
Night Train was the cheapest wine.
Night Train. Oh, I don't want to get into that. But
I drank it in Virgin Islands. There were some
good stuff.
There were some $4 bottles of rum. Like, why spend $6 on a 6-pack when a bottle of rum is $4?
Right?
And no tax. Woo!
No,
Anyway, and then I found Night Train, and it was the cheapest thing in the world. It was like $2.10 a bottle. Shit's crazy.
Night Train is one of those pinky uppers.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say.
You're required to drink it like this.
Yeah.
At Papa's Soul Food, they have a gin purple grape Kool-Aid drink.
Yes.
I recommend it.
I've had that.
Purple grape goes very well with alcohols.
The Kool-Aid there, they could serve it intravenously, I think, because if you drink a well enough amount, it will feel like it's coursing through you.
I think it might be even better if they did, what are those freezer pops? Otter Pops. Instead of grape Kool-Aid, if they did grape Otter Pops, that'd be awesome.
See, now we're seeing...
And then, like, in the dumpster behind Papa's Soul Food, those, like, hundreds and hundreds of lime, orange, and cherry Otter Pops, because they're garbage. You know, who needs those?
Otter Pops.
Great!
Otter Pops. Nah, Otter Pops. That was a great thing. We're going to get into a new, I want to say, what would you call it?
Another segment of the show?
Yeah, segment. I'm having a brain fart. Yes, I'm having a...
Don't let me tell you your job.
Right? And this is what... Oh, and a little blip, 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 blip. The budget here is awesome. No, but this is called What the...
Okay, all right.
The live is just gold right now.
Yeah, I'm sure live is going to be awesome.
Everyone's like, what the hell?
What are we looking at? A
camera fell from a guy that was skydiving.
Oh. And then we get to see a pig's face.
Yes. This is on Omphal Army YouTube's channel.
Omphal Army.
Yeah. And it's Fails of the Week, they call it.
Oh.
It's a great stuff.
That's good, that's good, that's good. That's not
I
good.
was just about to say.
Oh my god. Oh, one time I watched like a clip of people
He threw his beer at him.
nearly dying over and over again, like trucks crashing and just missing people's bodies by millimeters, you know? That was nuts. Is that kind of what we're watching here?
I guess.
Do we get to see the military waste our money? I think Fail Army would be all American military goofs and gaffes and, you know, we're loading a submarine's torpedo and then boom, it blows up the torpedo. Whoops.
Right? This is Jimmy setting a claymore incorrectly. He faced it in his way.
Ooh. He's back on.
He's going to drill it.
He roll back on?
Yeah, on that four-wheeler, he just ends up back on the four-wheeler driving again.
Oh no, not good, not good.
Oh! Ow! Oh! Don't do that!
Why would you? What was that?
Oh, a cat jumped on his back.
What
Back-
kind of bad people?
Back to this place, huh? Is this outside of high school?
It must be.
Public high school?
Oh, this guy's. Oh, it's going.
Oh. Was that like a head camera? Head cam? Like a...
You see that a lot in Alaska, huh, guys?
Oh! Gosh!
Oh!
Oh! Here's a toddler on a motorcycle.
Oh.
That was the cutest. This was good, but
See,
let's see armyfail.com next time. So you
right?
can see some military gaffes. Why would you choose Army as the second part of whatever you're putting together?
I don't get it either. It's one of those things that like you could just be like
Like
fail.
a bunch of ice cream cones is an ice cream cone army.
I know, right? It's like the army is a failure. Is
Yeah, a lot of
is
people
gonna come after you.
make videos like this in Alaska, yes. They make ski videos and snowboard videos and snow machine videos.
Now this gets intense. What the?
Intense winds.
Why?
Oh, he lost his snow machine in the water.
Mitch, we gotta get it out there. Dude, come on.
Stop
I
videotaping and
I,
it's gone.
Dude, we need to go get my truck. Dude, hurry. No, let's go. Let's go.
was it his? Was it his truck?
I don't know. Then they drive the truck on the ice, and then the truck goes in the frozen lake, right?
Let's
Idiotos
let's give,
extremos.
yeah, those guys were pretty good.
Yeah.
This is about a food fight that happened at a high school, and these students got suspended or expelled or whatnot, and they weren't able to do their final tests and not graduate
Oh, great.
due to it. So,
Well,
it's-
one time I was subbing middle school,
yeah,
and I saw a story that said high schoolers who were throwing water balloons and shooting water guns for a senior prank got arrested and charged with battery and assault and battery. So I was just warning the kids, hey guys, I put it up on the big board for everyone to see. Guys, be careful, don't do pranks anymore. The stuff that was just funny in the 70s and 80s, and you could get away with. Now it's
like forking, like when they used to stick forks in the lawn. Have you heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, forking. Forking is a term that you take. Regardless, you take massive amount of forks and you go to, yeah, and you take.
forks aren't cheap.
And I don't know if
Plastic forks?
yeah, I guess you could do that.
Okay.
But I don't know if it happened like back in the day with pitchforks. Like so, but basically, before I go on, someone will go to your house, wherever you want to do the prank, and you just stick forks in the lawn randomly, and the most possible is the best. I don't know if
Never heard of that. Never.
yeah, it's forking, and I was like when I heard people forking,
Just to do it?
yep,
Just to say, look at that lawn.
exactly right.
I read of a prank in a series of books called Captain Underpants. Have you ever heard of those books?
Yeah, I love Captain Underpants.
All
We
right.
gotta give a
And you've
hand
got some
clap to
good
that.
taste.
Yeah.
You see the one where they explain how you take ketchup packets and you sever them slightly and then fold them and place them on a toilet seat rim under the toilet seat.
Oh God.
So toilet seat, toilet. You place ketchup packets there and then toilet seats gently resting on top of it, so that when someone sits upon the toilet, their 100 pounds will cause those ketchup packets to burst open, spraying their inner legs and pants with ketchup.
Nice. I got it.
You
That's
can do it
like,
with hot sauce packets too. Anything that stains.
I thought
Great.
the only trick with ketchup was the fork in the eye. I gotta learn that one.
Mm-hmm. The fork in the eye, sure, it splatters. A kid told me, sometimes you can get a drink that's got an opaque cup and a lid you can't see and a straw sticking in it. So when your friend goes to the bathroom, you open a ketchup packet and you put his straw in it, and then you put that in his cup. So when he comes back and takes a sip, it'll be kind of clogged.
Oh
What's up?
no!
He'll feel suck really hard, and then he'll get a mouthful of ketchup. That's fun too, right? Lots of fun can be had with ketchup.
It's just like when I say, like, definitely if he's drinking, like, say a chocolate milk or something.
That would be a big WTF moment.
Just. Oh,
hey,
that's,
speaking of, do you like horchata?
I do.
Delicious, right?
Before I became lactose intolerant, I used to enjoy all those things. Now I can't.
Oh, sorry. What's your favorite milk substitute for coffee?
Like almond
Milk?
or
Coconut milk?
coconut milks. Like I like, but right now it's just been like a silk milk and almond.
Yes.
And I think honestly, even if they say my issue goes away, the whole lactose, they say eventually your body could go to normal. They say, but what is normal, anyways? But I think it's a choice.
You're writing a '90s alternative angst song.
Right? And I like it. I like almond milk. It tastes better than milk.
Oh yeah.
Has a flavor. So, and then actually it blows my mind because I was like, almonds don't make milk. So how do you do that? It's just water and almonds.
Yeah.
And you
Just press those almonds.
like a whey. You get like a whey from cheese, you know? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I drew a nerdy girl over here and a hot girl with big boobs over here. Because you asked me to draw anything I wanted, so
There you go.
that's what I draw. If you ask me to draw anything, see the boobs? They're not really showing up on there, but that's what I drew.
He drew boobs, people. Let's give it up.
So I go to events, I go to see musicians, and I draw with the musicians who I'm watching play. So this is a drawing I made of a band called House of Terab. This was a girls' rock night where like 12 to 16, 18-year-old girls performed with their brothers and fathers, and good show. This was a band of kids called the Sub-Pilots who had an adult who played with them. He took all the solos, the hog.
Right.
You know, what a jerk. Right?
What an adult.
This was the Squidling Brothers sideshow. It's kind of a traveling circus freak act. And they
I love
performed-
those. Do you love those?
I do, of course. Who can look away?
I love going to festivals and seeing, like, I like going to, like, say, festivals, Fairy Town or whatever you want to call
True Debauchery dresses in a full-body ogre suit. It's like a pink flesh, making her look horrific with giant boobs and fat.
it. Right.
And then she, like, strips down from it, and she's an alien underneath. She's a green bodysuit with 3 boobs, and then she sprays the audience. I'm giving away all our secrets. That's an incredible show. Taylor Maiden also hosts burlesque shows.
Right.
I think at Lucky's. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a chance to see some of my work is just penciled. And then, first I pencil it there, and then I go home and I ink it and color it. So there's some more burlesque dancers. Babs Jan Marie, and Zora Phoenix, and Lily Leff. I'm pleased with that one. I was really fortunate because though the dancers are dancing so fast, it's hard to finish the drawings. I have a friend named Quentin Furrow, and he goes to shows. And he's the one who recommended Brazil Night and stuff to me.
Nice.
And he takes photos, and then he'll email me the photos so I can use them to finish my drawings. Very cool.
Shout outs to
Shout out to Quentin Furrow.
Yeah.
There's some more dancers, burlesque, very fun. Again, True Debauchery, she comes out in this, like, box. She, like, kind of combines puppetry with burlesque. It's really something pretty special. This is a band called 11 Eyes, a really excellent jam band with horns and electronics. And some reggae rock jam.
I like the name, 11
people-
Eyes.
Some people are sick of that genre by now.
and all
Fish
together.
ruined it. We hate it now, but I like that kind of music sometimes. And there's another picture of 11 Eyes, though some members are not fully rendered. That just ends up happening.
There's no such thing as bad music, I think.
Oh, really?
And there, but I think if
What about pop punk?
well, if you were to,
And then
hey,
here's my favorite thing to draw.
there we go. some boobies. There we go. That little thing. Thank you for showing that to us. Thank you.
Sure.
As
some of you may know, this is the second time we're going through this experience. It's going better this time, I think.
It is. It is.
But the first time I brought my comics that are part of my stand-up show, and I showed them. But you'll just have to come see me live to see those comics, I think.
Right. We're gonna get into the last video that I want to show the food.
Yeah, we didn't see the football fight. Yeah, food.
It's gonna be interesting. Let's watch this.
Okay.
10 News at 5 starts now.
It's not the way the students or administrators at a local high school wanted to end the year. Several seniors say they will not be able to take part in graduation because of a food fight that happened at the school's cafeteria.
At least a dozen students were suspended because of that fight. Jill Monier joins us live from Santan Valley with the details. They won't be able to walk in the graduation.
That's what the students are saying here at Combs High School near Germain and Ironwood. The principal says as of right now, 12 students are suspended, although students here say anywhere between 50 and 60 students were involved in this food fight. It happened on the other side of the school here. It was supposed to be a senior prank, they told us. They said last year students graffitied the school, so they felt this paled in comparison, but they say the punishment is too harsh. Video posted on a student's Facebook page shows part of a food fight in the cafeteria of Combs High School in Santan Valley Friday.
There's some orange slices, some fish sticks, what else? This is like a few milk cartons.
I'm sorry, just as like an African American to ask know what was tossed around. He's like some fish sticks.
He's listing the food items, yeah.
I was just watching a menu.
The white guys were like, it was awesome, it was messy, they use adjectives to describe what happened, but the black guys like, pepperoni pizza with artichokes and olives was thrown.
Yeah.
Whole wheat crust.
Yep, whole wheat crust with aioli sauce. Right? You have interesting stories about Arizona. Right? Do you? It don't matter.
So the crackhead story goes like this. I asked a friend, why don't the bathrooms have light bulbs? And she said, oh, that's because the crackheads steal them to smoke crack out of the light.
I think that's the funniest thing ever.
So if the city were to invest in higher quality, the swirling
LED.
halogen LED or something that they couldn't smoke out of, they wouldn't steal them. Maybe they still would out of spite. So my girlfriend was in a bathroom peeing, and a guy walked into the bathroom. She was like, what are you doing in here? He said, oh, excuse me, I'm not a perv. I'm just stealing the light bulb to smoke crack. He unscrews it. They're in the dark.
So weird.
And she says, why didn't you steal the light bulb from the men's room? And he says, oh, I did yesterday. And then I smashed it when I was quitting crack forever.
I'm sorry. It's just, to me, it's like, what if you're in a public restroom and you're doing your business and you hear someone enter and,
it turns out to be a person of the opposite gender from yourself.
Yes, but you see their hands doing this motion of a light in the ceiling or something. And you're
I imagine she was in a stall and maybe the stalls are orange. And up above her, there's a light bulb, and she's a hand come up.
It's like Jurassic Park when the T-Rex's hand is on the electric thing, and it's like, you're like, Jesus Christ, what's going
what's
on?
Happening? Who would touch that? I'm sure it's
right?
hot. Aren't you burning your fingers?
And the T-Rex is like, it's cool, I'm just eating this lamb thingy. And the guy's like, it's cool, I just want to get high off this light bulb.
Cool. This ain't no thing for me. I do it weekly.
Weird. I've heard people doing knife hits, or even with crack users. If they're desperate enough, they will put the toilet paper or whatnot and wet it, I guess, and they they do it rectally and stuff, I guess. But I've never heard being so desperate of a light bulb.
I've heard of girls who don't want to consume the calories of alcohol soaking tampons in alcohol and putting it up their assholes. And then, because you absorb your alcohol through your lower intestine, or is it your upper intestine? I'm not sure. But if it doesn't pass through your stomach, you're not going to ingest those calories. But it's dangerous because you could overdose on alcohol faster and
That would not be a good image
That's
to
kinda
walk
scary,
on someone overdosing, and it's like, I've drunk so much, and it's like, I don't see a bottle around.
What happened?
It was like, help me, I need to get this out.
Put the tampon in my butt. Take it
100
out for me.
110 proof rum. So,
Oh god, that would burn your poor little asshole.
before we get conclude this thing, so do you have any soon coming up dates like you said there?
Yeah,
but,
next
any...
Friday I'm going to Albany next to Corvallis to perform at Terry Giles' Denny's night.
Really?
Yeah. And he said I could bring whoever I wanted, and I've already asked someone. Sorry, I didn't. It would be fun to go with you, so let's do it sometime.
I am going.
Let's go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am.
We should carpool.
I know.
Yeah. All right.
It's like I should tell him, but then
I asked. He's tall and balding and real nice guy. What's his name?
Is it McCracken?
No. Wait, is that a nickname?
TJ McCracken.
No.
Local comedian.
Yeah. Damn it.
Tall, balding.
I'll come up with it.
But
Elijah Josiah.
Josiah, that sounds familiar.
No, it's not Josiah.
Jebediah.
I got him and that guy, Joshua Isaac Finch. I got them confused for each other kind of in my head, but I know they're not the same person.
Right.
I hope he never sees this. I could just randomly scan through my phone until I find him. What's his name? And then March 7th, I'm hosting David Hetty and the Double Clicks at Tiny Tavern. And those are my two events coming up. I'm gonna have a Bend show in March. But the person who's organizing that wants me to commit to doing a Friday and a Saturday night there. And so we have to arrange a low homework weekend and enough time to plan it. We don't have the date of that yet.
Cool.
Ever been to Bend?
I have been. I've done Bachelor a couple
desert
times.
Bachelor?
Gone down that mountain and ate it.
Ate
Literally. I was about 9 years old.
It's still there though, so I don't think you ate the mountain.
Okay, I ingested some of the mountain.
I mean, I'm willing to believe you have a big appetite, but I just don't think.
It face down in snow while you're huffing snow, and yeah. But yeah. I will also be there at the Denny's, and
As a performer or not?
Yeah, as a performer, but the showcase, you guys, you're on the showcase. Terry Guile and Isaac are on the showcase.
And Daniel Cesares.
Yes.
Who's very funny.
But I will be doing the open mic afterwards.
Okay.
That they're going to be posting on. And I hope there's not a fist fight, but I do hope there's a fist fight this time.
You both hope and don't hope there's a fist fight. I completely understand.
And
because we both feel left out because we weren't at the one that had the fist fight. I don't personally want a fist fight to break out during my set, but I also do, so I can list that on my resume.
I just love. The thing is, the reason why I say I don't want to see it, but then I do, is kind of like the fact of having that. Oh, you know, like what do we do? You know, like cops are getting called. You know, that escalating fear. And it's
Quick,
like,
tell a blowjob joke.
Exactly. And it's like, he's getting too crazy. It's like, yeah, it's like staring a lion in the face. Like, if you're going to stare at a lion, you better deal with the consequences.
What do you call a low class macho asshole man in Oregon? What do you call a Springfieldian?
Yes, a Springfieldian.
I've met some people who are really nice in Springfield.
I think I run me off the road. He was on a game farm. I don't know if you Riverbend, the hospital, new hospital.
No.
Game Farm Road. He was on this road, and there was bikers, and I think they were part of like this biking group or something. And he was like in the lane. He was going like 10 miles per hour at a 30. And I was like, okay, I don't understand this. I'm gonna go around you like I did. As soon as I went to pass him, he sped up, and he matched my speed, and proceeded to go into the lane, the passing lane that I was in, and I'm like, wow. And I'm just saying, I told a story that to someone that lived here in Eugene, and they were like, never.
That's illegal. What is the degree of illegalness when you speed up when someone's trying to pass you?
Yeah.
It's pretty dangerous.
And then try running them off the road.
People do it.
But sorry to bring that up.
This guy had watched too many Fast and the Furious movies. And
he did.
Had too much cocaine that morning.
Because I don't think it was like a racial thing at all. Because some people would be like, oh, you think it was because you're black? And I'm like, no, because I don't put that first to people. Like if they, have something with me, I don't go, oh, it's because I'm a black guy. I just go, maybe I did something else to offend them or something. But it's like, no, I just think he was really upset with me driving a 1979 Pontiac, and it was all custom, in this nice green color. And he was like, I'm going to ruin that bastard, because he was about 70-something years old, and it probably reminded him of his childhood car. So.
Oh, that's sweet of you to,
right?
put him in the best light you can imagine.
No, But I like I said, I forgive him because I'm still here. My car's not ruined, so I'm like, whatever. Yeah. I forget it. And then
come in.
Well, they do not know what's going on. I think.
So you don't want him to come in?
No. All right. You can't come in. You can't. Only me and Isaac.
What if it's someone bringing pizza? Wouldn't you love pizza?
I'm gluten intolerant. I can't have it.
There's like gluten-free pizza.
Can't have pizza.
Joe.
But. Yeah, about this thing.
I brought the hookers and blow. Right. Come outside.
Well, you could see me and Isaac, the green room, at the green room downtown, connected to Doc's Pad on Broadway and Olive. And me, I do stuff at Lucky's. Sam Bond's another place, Tiny's Tavern, Hot Mama's Wings.
There's a thing at Sam Bond's today.
There is, 5 o'clock.
p.m. at Sam Bond's, there's comedy.
Terry Guile.
Oh, that's like 5 minutes from now.
Right, Terry Guile, Max Brockman, nice. Seth Milstein.
Sarah Lowe.
Yep.
Maybe Sarah White, maybe.
And then, I don't know if it's Jason Eifler, too?
That's the guy's name. Jason Eifler.
I don't know if he's in there.
Is who I invited to come to.
Oh, Jason Eifler! There you go, Jason.
Isn't he tall and isn't he balding?
Yes. Let's give a hand clap to Jason Eifler.
He probably doesn't want to be referred to as the tall, balding guy.
No, he must be.
I should say the tall, nice guy with funny jokes.
The tall, cool guy that said my name the chillest ever last Thursday. He was like, "Are you Mr. Parra?"
You should have him on the show because he'd be a delightful guest.
But thank you very much, Isaac Paris, for our second run. Like you said, you can see him in March. Hold this up.
Sure. The double clicks are going to be really funny. They sing songs about Dungeons and Dragons and Star Trek and dinosaurs. And David Hetty, when I saw him, he told really depressing jokes that make you go, "Oh my God, I can't believe he said that." So I don't know if everyone who likes David Hetty will hate the double clicks, and everyone who likes the double clicks will hate David Hetty. But I just like them both, so I threw them together, and I just thought, I'm going to trust that my aesthetic is good enough, and then others can get on board with me,
right? It's good.
It's kind of like watching Wonder Chosen. There's going to be some things that are offensive. At the same time, things are cute going on. That's what it's going to be like. And I'll open, and Lucy Glass and Alex Adney and Gina Ginsburg and Mac Chase will do some stuff.
Yay!
Yeah.
But like I said, thank you.
Thank you.
This has been The Room with your host, Joe Parra, and local comedian, and your guest, Isaac Paris.
And now it's 4:30. I'm going to head over to
Sam Bonds. That was nice. Nice. We can end it with that. Hey everybody, the people out there that are watching, thank you so much for watching the interview retaped for the first time, let's say. Isaac Paris with your host Joseph Parra, or Joe Parra. Thank you for watching The Room, people. You could Twitter follow him, Isaac Paris, at comic Isaac Paris, and me, at me, Joe Parra, on Twitter. Thank you very much for these watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.